everybody. Welcome on into another live stream here on the Jupiter Robotics channel. I'm excited to get this one started, so let's go ahead and get started right now. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan of Team Jupiter Robotics, and we have an upcoming competition to talk about tonight that the team is going to. I'm very excited to get into the discussion about that. I do have a couple of builders who are also competing in this competition from other teams that will be joining me later on tonight. So I'm excited to have them on and chat with all of you watching home live on YouTube. So thank you all for tuning in. Before we get into the discussion of the combat event we have coming up, I do want to make a couple of special announcements to go ahead and start tonight's live stream. So happy to have everybody here. Now, if you've watched literally any live stream here on the channel, you may have noticed there's something a little bit different. If you haven't noticed, there's normally a ticker right here at the bottom of your screen that says basically a thank you to our sponsors. There's a reason why it's not going across the bottom of the screen right now. That is because I've taken it down to add one more name. We have another sponsor that needs to be added, and I'm going to do exactly that right now. Let's see. So, it is not Amtrak. They do get their mentions, so they might as well sponsor us, but no. CSX, text no. No, and unfortunately no. They do get mentioned as if they are sponsored, but no. We do have, we actually have a company who I would say is better than having a noisy train sponsor us. It's somebody who is helping us in our noisy robotics journey. I like noisy robots over noisy trains. I'm going to be honest. They just get shout outs. They make the shout outs themselves. Repeat Robot. I wish I could get a Repeat Robotics sponsorship. I should actually reach out to Peter. It is not Repeat Robotics. Actually, it has to do with our fairy weight who you see right here. So if you've ever wondered, like, what is our secret sauce, if you will, behind Little Rocketeer, it would be the amazing combat robotics company that specializes in parts for fairy weights and even plastic ant weights. This one being Turnabot. So now let's get our updated banner at the bottom. So thank you to our sponsors, Polymaker, Send Cut Send, 48 Designs, Turnabot, and all the sponsors. Why did I just take it down? I hit the wrong button. So there you go. Yes, we finally. So our secret sauce that's been behind Little Rocketeer, ever since we made Little Rocketeer, we've always had the support from Turnabot. And so I'm glad to finally announce them as a sponsor for the very first time. We will be making some social media posts on our Facebook, our Instagram, our YouTube to thank our sponsor, Turnabot. But for those of you watching this live, you're the first to know. Little Rocketeer there goes. So yeah, big thank you to all of our sponsors. We cannot do all the things that we do without all of you. So happy to have Turnabot on board. And for those of you watching, you just witnessed the only few minutes in live stream history where we did not have sponsors. So yeah, happy to have all of our sponsors supporting us, and who knows who's going to be added to that list next. I'm actually looking at the bottom as it's going by. It's distracting me. Did I spell Turnabot right? I think I did. Anyways, I can't read English. So another special announcement does not have to relate to sponsorship necessarily, but on the previous 2 live streams here on the channel, I was on here and talking about a competition, a recent competition that took place last month in the Ocala area here in Florida. It was hosted by Team Firewolf Robotics and the Marion County Maker Collective. Fantastic competition of just ant weights and plastic ant weights. We had a fantastic turnout. So many people showed up, and I'm sure we'll have an even greater turnout at the next event. Speaking of the next Ocala event, I actually just confirmed this morning the date and some details for the next event. So for anybody interested in, like any local teams interested in competing in a competition in Ocala, Florida, mark your calendars for February 13th. February 13th will be the Valentine's Mech Massacre. So that will be posted on robotcombatevents.com later, either late this month or early September. So be on the lookout for that. Predicting a Palm Beach bot sponsor coming. I've actually talked to Andy about that when we first got started in robotics. He was the first one I went to. But yeah, happy to have all of our sponsors with us in everything that we do. And I'm looking forward to the Valentine's Mech Massacre on February 13th in Ocala. So for all of our Florida teams that would like to go back to the Ocala events or go for the first time, it is a very fun competition. Events that the Marion County Maker Collective put on with Team Firewolf Robotics, absolutely amazing turnout. We have amazing teams. We had some very helpful volunteers, and we had a packed house. Every inch of spectator areas was filled with some spectators that were. We had some great fans in the audience, so I expect to see a great turnout just like we had last time on February 13th. So be on the lookout for that on robotcombatevents.com fairly soon. In other news, we're here to talk about another event tonight that is scheduled to take place next Saturday, August 29th in Stuart, Florida. Pretty much the opposite direction of Ocala, but Stuart, Florida, next weekend, Robot Renegades Summer Showdown. It's going to be a fun competition. This is one that Team Jupiter Robotics went to. It was our first time going to a Robot Renegades event when we went to the Summer Showdown last year. We brought Space Junk with us, who, of course, we know is retired now, at least a Viper Kid. But last year was a really fun competition. This year, we're competing with a brand new robot. In case you haven't heard the news, we have a new plastic ant weight called Pluto's Revenge. I would definitely recommend, for those of you who may not have seen the reveal video, go check that one out. And we have another one coming in just 4 days, August 24th. There's going to be another really awesome video regarding Pluto's Revenge coming out August 24th. You don't want to miss that one. So that's lots of exciting stuff in the works. And I'm looking forward to getting to share that video with all of you. But for this competition, so this one is going to have ant weight, plastic ant weight, beetle weight. Pluto's Revenge is, of course, registered in plastic ant weights. We're going to pull up the roster of everybody who's registered to compete at this event a little bit later in the stream, and talk predictions, talk, trash talk, everything. We're going to get into all of it. And then, of course, in 2 weeks, we'll be back to recap our fights, to show some fight videos from this event. Tonight, let's talk about the event in general. and what should we expect? Who do we think is going to win in each division, as we always do. So, um, right now, to help me in our discussion about this competition and predicting who do we think is going to win each division, I am now going to catch a breath, stop rambling, and I'm actually going to let some guests on my stream to help me in our discussion tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on one by one. First, I've got a first-time guest here on the channel. So without further delay, please welcome in first-time guest, Jason. How are
Hello.
you?
Yeah, so to introduce myself, my name is Jason Argueta. I am the team captain of Jupiter Robotics, and I am the builder of the Ant Pro Koto and my new plastic ant, Melody.
Very nice. Super cool. And so from what I understand, next weekend's event is going to be the debut for your plastic antweight and for Koto V3.
Yes, and this is going to be my second time competing in the Ant Pros with Koto. While the first time was at Maker Faire Miami, which it was still the Viper Kit lifter, and to which in its final fight, it died.
Yeah, been there, done that. So yeah, I'm excited to see your newer robots at this competition, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
And of course, we can get into discussion in just a little bit about what have you been doing to prepare, because I'm sure many of us have been doing a lot in preparation for this event. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great turnout. Is there anything on that note that you would like to share about your robots?
Yeah, I'd say one thing I've been practicing on is getting used to the weapon, because this is the first time I've been working with spinning weapons, because I've been used to using either just the wedge or the lifter of my Viper kits. That's why I actually made my own test box using a bookshelf I got from Walmart, as well as some other parts from Home Depot, all with less than $100.
Nice. Very cool. Test box is always a smart idea, especially when you have those dangerous spinning weapons.
Yep. I mean, as the saying goes, it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye.
Yep. There's that saying, and there's everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yep.
So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that at this event. So now I do have another guest who's going to be joining us actually right about now. So please welcome back a returning guest from Purple Fire Robotics and the Sharp Scales Robotics. Please welcome back my good friend, Nick.
Hello. Good to be back.
Long time no see, my friend. What have you been up to for this event?
Violence. Yes.
Enough said.
Yeah, it's I've got my stuff done, but I feel a little more scared than usual because
Me too.
I think the bots might be a little angry from last time I fought them.
Oh,
angry in a good way, really good way.
So, from what I understand, your last competition was the RCL National Finals in Utah.
That is correct.
So, this is your first time. That was, correct me if I'm wrong, that was June?
Yes, that was June.
June. So, it's your first time in a couple of months getting back into the arena.
Yep.
You've had plenty of time to make any changes, as I'm sure you have. So, what have you been doing in preparation for this competition?
Well, I've done some testing, and the results are kind of shocking and definitely more than what I expected. I think the results are beyond my expectations, and I am scared not only for myself but for everybody else in the Ant Pros.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason didn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh man. So the both of you will be competing in the antweight division. Now, Nick, how many robots do you have competing in this competition?
So, normally I would have 1 or 2 ants, and then I would have a beetle. However, Viper King X, my beetle, is taking a bit of a break until November Maker Faire because I'm still making a bit of changes to it. And Roughhouse actually designed the version that I am making for November and Robot Rumble 2, and the results from him are just really just they've blown my mind, and it's given me a lot more confidence in my design because every time I build a Beetle, I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, Roughhouse, it was either Robot Rumble 2 or Battle RC. I'm not sure which one it was, but he's really helped me gain confidence in my design. But yeah, so Viper Kings is taking a break, and I've doubled down on all ants. This event, I'm
Very
bringing
nice.
3 ants, and I am bringing Viper King, Mojave, and for the first time ever, coming back after a disappointing loss in the grudge match at Mega Fair Orlando last November to a plant, Melty Brain, I am bringing back the stupidest and funniest bot I've ever made, unsupervised decisions. The 25-inch wide, big wide boy is making his grand entrance into the Amp Pro tournament. Hopefully. It is on the wait list, but it hopefully will get in. It moves a lot better. The weapon is a little more fierce, and I am so excited. And yes, the top plates are still just duct tape, no screws.
So, yeah, hopefully that does get off the wait list. I want to see that thing fight.
I do too.
If you don't get off the wait list or you get eliminated early, I want to see that robot do a boss battle against a bunch of fairy weights, and I will throw the Rocketeer in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Roughhouse Robotics says that we making unsupervised decisions with this one.
Yes, definitely. Because I wasn't planning on putting that in registering it, but then I thought, you know what, it would be funny, like just for the bit, because why not? And I signed it up, paid for it, registration, and yeah. Funny thing is, so back in June, I did something that not many people do, and I do back-to-back weekend comps. I did the Martin County Fairgrounds event on June 13th, and then 4 days later, me and my dad, we went to Utah for national championships for the weekend after for that event.
I don't envy you. We're doing back-to-back weekends.
The thing is, I felt more pressure at the Martin County Fair than at nationals.
Oh, man. So how did you do at those events? Just real quick.
So Viper King X went 2-2 as per usual, but it was really good. And
not bad.
For the first time ever, I used my AR500 forks that I've had since 2024 that were supposed to be for I'm okay. But they're 7 ounces. They're like half a pound for both of them to use. And I never had to wait for them until the June event where I used them with Viper King X. And they helped me go 2-0. And then third match against ODB and Gilbert, I had to switch out the weapon motor because it kind of broke. And I felt pressured. And I did not use my postponement. So I was spinning downwards against him. Basically became the arena Zamboni. And Caden, you could barely hear him announcing. And yeah, I got knocked out. And then I got given Deadline as my first round opponent. And I got knocked out because I can't drive inverted with that old version.
Is that something you fixed in the new version?
Yes, that is something I fixed with the new version. It can now drive inverted.
So, since you mentioned the replica in the Robot Rumble 2 video game of your robot, Roughhouse Robotics comments, Robot Rumble 2 replica brings confidence and inspiration to builder. What?
Yes.
You know what? In that case, if Roughhouse, if your replica of Viper King X helped Nick in the design process or inspired him to make some changes, can you, in the video game in Robot Rumble 2, make Space Junk 2.0 so I know what to build?
Well, how will he know what to build when he doesn't have anything to go off of?
Fair enough. So yeah, that's love to hear all the changes and all the lessons that we're learning, and I can't wait to see how all of that will be implemented. I know ever since the team originally made Pluto's Revenge, I know I learned a lot of lessons from it, and so we've learned quite a few upgrades that need to be made to Pluto's Revenge, and we have. And I'm going to show off all those changes in the video coming out on August 24th. You'll definitely want to see that so you can see what's changed and what's been upgraded to the robot. And sadly, I will be making you wait 4 days. I won't be showing the robot off on tonight's live stream.
Fine.
So, besides Viper King X, at the Martin County Fair, another one of my bots made its grand debut, where it only did grudges at the Orlando Comp in March, and it went 2-0.
Very nice.
It decapitated a horizontal Viper kit. I still feel bad about that.
I believe it, though.
And then it roof shot a horizontal and face planted during a rumble, and somehow won the rumble by face planting. Now I don't know.
Did your blade actually get stuck in the floor, or you just face planted?
No, so the forks were short on this one because I didn't have the weight for longer forks. So I hit them, roof shot. My blade hit the floor, rebounded, basically did a ricochet off two sides of a corner of the opposing side of the arena, and then just plopped right down on the floor. Between the weapon and forks. I fixed that mistake, and the bot I am mentioning is Mojave, my Insomnia replica that uses a hub motor and a full brushless system. Now, at that event, I was running on a 3S380, and I bought a 4S350 for it because that's what I was like. What would be funnier than doing a 3-cell battery Insomnia, a 4-cell battery Insomnia? So I showed up to the June event, and the sad thing is Insomnia, the bot it's based off of, has not won a fight in a main comp since 2023. So I was really scared because the June event that I went to was the fields were kind of stacked. I gotta be honest.
Oh yeah.
A lot of hard hitters, including a weird bot Thrungle maxing from out of state, which in the end did sweep the event. It was a funny bot it's still funny to say that Thrungle maxing.
Yeah, that's a very unique name.
So went into the event, expected this thing to just collapse. No. Exact opposite. Knocked out Free Noogie's hammer saw. Knocked out the biscuit, wide horizontal. Went the full distance against RBR. Lost a wheel, and I ended up actually snipping my own one of my weapon wires because I forgot to put duct tape over the wiring. And snipped that so I didn't have a weapon. Replaced the motor. Went into the tournament. Free Noogies again. New config that he used. Went the distance. Got the win. Thrungle maxing. That was a fun fight. Who would have guessed my forks got shredded and I got stuck on my face?
Ooh.
It was face planting. Third place round. Yes.
Was that a Mojave that you were just holding up to the camera?
This is a tiny replica of, would be like Insomnia, but it also is technically Mojave as well, or Mojave 1.
You said that's your tiny replica of Mojave.
Yes.
That I was gonna say that from my memory, I thought maybe it was just a camera angle, but that looks a little bit smaller than I remember the robot being.
Yeah, it's a bit small. I've gone
How do you
to
put a battery in that?
weights.
Nano weight insomnia. There you go.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare to pull up Robot Combat Events, because if I was a pro streamer, I would have already done that.
Yes.
But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the lineup of robots registered in all the classes for this event.
Yes.
And talk about who do we fear the most.
Yes, I'll quickly wrap up here.
Mojave, go right ahead.
Went against RBR in third place match. I did the funny thing because I have these 1 mil thick titanium forks, short forks, not long, but short. And I did the funny thing of just duct taping them to the bot, slid them in between the mount and the chassis and put duct tape over it, expecting it not to work. One of my wheels was bent and I had to tape the wheel together because I had no spare wheels. So half the wheel was taped. He charges to me. We lock horns. He pushes me against the wall. Blade starts grinding into him as my forks lock him. And as it happens, I start to see little green. My thought is that the battery? There's no way the battery is behind a thin wall of TPU. He gets launched, and this is using an Emax motor setup because both my repeat hub motors and repeat blades got bent. And the funny thing is that one of my blades is bent more from the RBR match I had beforehand than my match against Throngle Maxing, which is a horizontal. And my blade flies off the bot, shears where the lock nut should be, so I can't really use that motor anymore. And for the first time ever, I made my opponent smoke a battery.
Yeah.
And so they call
nice.
the fight, and Mojave gets third place. First place in my mind because it is my robot. It is my child. I want the best for him. But it got third place at its first event. Not bad. Felt really good. 1 week passes. National championship. Viper King does something that has never happened before, which is have receiver and transmitter issues, where it would disconnect and then have to reconnect after every 2 to 3 or so hits. And in the first match, I didn't know it was happening. So I got knocked out within the first 30 seconds of the fight. And Nationals, it's not 2-minute matches. They're 3-minute matches.
Ooh.
So, and it was against Digitalis, which is a wide vert, a really good wide vert. And which get knocked out by them is kind of understandable because it's Digitalis and it's a really old style, really good wide vert. So I thought it was the battery. Nope, it's the receiver. And I had no spare receivers. So I had to go into the rest of the tournament with transmitter issues. So, and this is double elimination. So I had another chance. Next match against Tiramisu, which if you don't, so Tiramisu is an antweight that is kind of modeled after Cheesecake. And if you don't know Cheesecake, they are a really good horizontal spinner from the Midwest. And go into that match. Viper King is going all out because I basically have nothing left to lose. Tiramisu, their weapon can go down, but their drive never does. After a minute of just back and forth hitting, I hit them up in the air, and they come down, and their blade gets embedded in the floor. They have to pause the match for an unstick. And then after the unstick, we go again. And this is where I get hit upside down, and he does what no one else has done, not even Darren with fluorine, surprisingly. And he cuts the head off of one of my bunny ears on my mounts. And it is there where I'm like, that's not going to affect my driving upside down, is it? No, and Viper King does something it has never done before, and it wasn't on the broken bunny ear side. It was on the regular bunny ear side, which is Minotaur Gyro Self Right. Something that Black Dragon, Copperhead, and Minotaur do, and I was blown away and very excited when I realized I could do that now.
Finesse.
And then he goes in, he hits me across the arena. I go upside down, and then I gyro back up. The luckiest hit I think he gave to me, because in the ricochet, he flies the other way, blade embedded in the wall, and he has no more unsticks. So Viper King wins by knockout, thankfully, because my battery was starting to die. Third matchup. Woo! I really picked a bad matchup. Bad time to have electrical issues, transmitter issues. I got Darkest Timeline, who... So, at the event, there were only 4 of the top 10 ranked bots that made it to Nationals. That could make it. Which was Impulse, Cheesy Disaster, Darkest Timeline, and Viper King. Now, Viper King was the 4 seed. Darkest Timeline, the 3 seed. Exact same weapon setup with a 2400 kVU hub motor. Same exact battery, a 3S380. Same exact drive system. And it was basically a battle of whose battery can last longer and whose bot can survive longer. And needless to say, I lost a wheel and lost my battery because, the battery's fine, but I ran out of charge, and he won by knockout.
I'm going to give you a pro tip that will help you with that in the future. You probably have never heard this. No, you've probably never heard this combination of words before, but I want you to remember this pro tip.
Don't get hit.
No.
But that is a good one.
Yeah, if you can actually do that, because that's easier said than done. Remember this. Put this on a t-shirt if you have to. Charge your batteries.
I did.
Before fight.
I did. It was 100%. But the thing is that both me and Nate, who's the driver and a builder of Darkest Timeline, run our weapons nearly full speed all the time. And it was just a record. It was like a 2.5 minute fight. So I was close, but I just couldn't hang in there. So eliminated from the tournament. But I'm like, I still have an entire spare chassis to use. Why not have fun? 2 rumbles. One with Iron Wedge, Cheesy Doom, Fluorine, and me. And also Speedster. I get stuck on top of Speedster in the corner. Cheesy and Darren could not hear me because they were on the other side of the arena. And then Iron Wedge gets stuck in the wall. And then no one knows who won, which, it's all right. Darren goes and puts Fluorine away. He starts to back up. I go get my other battery, put it in the bot, and I'm already back up to the table. Not even 2 minutes later, ready for another rumble. So then it's me, Iron Wedge, and Cheesy. And guess what? Actually, before this rumble, I actually had a grudge against Abyss, which is an uppercut style antweight, which I was scared of, but really wanted to fight. And it was a quick one. Still had the electrical issues, the transmitter, and it shut off once and then reconnected, and it was fine. I won that by knockout or tap out because I somehow sniped his weapon motor, disabling his weapon. He still had drive, but he didn't want to break his bot anymore. So both me and Darren beat Abyss. So going into the final grudge, this was the final fight I had, and I was kind of mad because Viper King, for the first and last match, did not have transmitter issues. It never shut off once for like a 4-minute grudge.
Oh, man.
Oh, why couldn't you do this during the main tournament? So Viper King, if you look at it, minus the grudges, because those didn't really have a clear winner, And minus the rumbles, the garage did count because someone was there. But the rumbles, during that rumble, I did roof Cheesy a few times, which actually felt really nice considering I get swept by Cheesy a lot.
Don't we all?
Yes, and also that floor was horrendous. That wood floor at Nationals, it was so bad.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, at least I got knocked out of the tournament by the person who came in second place.
Yeah, and that tournament was a warm-up for the receiver.
Well, actually, I think that was a send-off for the receiver because I have changed the receiver in Viper King, and it works much better now. It's back to its regular self. And that receiver has been with me probably in the bot for the entirety of 2025 and first half of 2026. So I think that receiver served me well.
Very good.
So Viper King starts 2026 2-2. Right where I started, even.
Off to a decent start.
And then I took the whole month of July off. And then actually, during July, Jonathan knows this, I took a little hobby of making miniature bots. I have like 50 or so of them.
A hobby or an obsession?
Bots. Potato.
Good point.
But yeah, I have a bunch of models now. In August, in August when I got back here to Lakeland, I started putting the bots together and they're ready.
Are you gonna fight those miniatures in Stuart?
I wish, but no.
Oh man, that would be funny. So, yeah, that's a lot of exciting stuff, and I'm definitely excited to see your robots at the event next weekend.
Because I'm a little more scared. Also, we love going to nationals. Totally prepared, right? Totally prepared. It's not like we left our extra power switches, our solder wire, our electrical tape.
Really?
And spare phone.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen at that point? The worst has already happened.
There's one more thing I don't remember it. But I know I left something else very important.
Me.
We love that.
How is that even possible?
I found it on the box and right next to where my suitcase was, and I actually put that box back with the rest of my toolbox stuff.
At least you didn't forget your robot, because I've actually done that.
The other thing was my spare sharp weapon blade. Ooh. So now technically I have a brand new weapon blade for this event.
Raphael says, "Wait, you forgot tape at a combat robot event?"
Yes, I had duct tape, but I didn't have electrical tape. And thankfully, thank you, Darren, because Darren came in clutch and he actually had electrical tape and solder for me to borrow.
Shout out to Darren if you're watching.
Yes.
I always bring like rolls of different duct tapes and even electrical tape, double-sided tape, and Scotch tape. I bring so much tape to competitions, I never use any. Oh, no, if you ever need tape, you know a guy.
Oh, yeah, I have my top plates. Also, I really should have, when I was back in NHRL in April, gotten the hat that said top plate on it.
What?
But I did get one that says robots.
Or a t-shirt. I think somebody made a t-shirt that says, like, if you're reading this, I'm putting my top plate on. I'll be right there. Or something like that. I don't know.
I need that because that describes me so much. That describes a lot of us. My head started wearing the hat.
But yeah, this is going to be a fun competition for sure. Yes. I'm very excited. Yeah. And you said that you're scared of your own robots. I just want to do a quick test right now. I want to do a quick test since there's 3 of us here right now. Raise your hand if you're scared of your own robots for any reason.
Jason really hesitated there.
Peer pressure. Yeah, think about that one. I was so quick on that too. As soon as I got done asking.
Yeah, it's immediate.
I'm scared of Pluto's revenge for 2 reasons. It's either going to destroy the life out of its opponents and just rip wheels off and
armor, and who knows, it's either going to annihilate its opponents or itself. But that's really the name of the game, so
Yeah.
it's that way with any robot. Let's see. Should have just worn Viper King as a hat for NHL as a reference to these streams.
Sadly, Viper King is back at the lab, and also Viper King did fight at NHRL once as a cluster multibot. I won a fight without my top plates on. They got sniped off by Rain, and then I'm okay helped disable Rain's weapon. How? I don't know. I did put long forks on there for wide verts for I'm okay, but they I don't have enough weight to put them on Viper King, so that's why I never use them. But yeah, I just drove around, pushed him around without just casually without a top plate. And then after the fight ended, he actually drove backwards on top of me, spun his wheel, sucked my electronics into the wheel. It's fine. I didn't do that. I think he actually unplugged my battery. So thank you for unplugging my battery. Less work for me to do all the things. Also, that disabled Viper King. How? I don't know. But when I got home, it worked fine.
Oh, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Hey, Little Rocketeers won fights. Actually, won a fight without wheels. So you can win a fight without your wheels, without your pop armor, weapon. Shoot, just don't even go in there with your battery at this point, and you'll win. You get the right kind of fight. I don't know. I still want to see the day somebody unplugs their battery before a fight and still wins. But let's see, talking about Pluto like it's mud skip. Well, remember how I said some changes have been made to Pluto's Revenge? I'm kidding. It's not a replica of Mud Skipper. I don't have a good enough memory of Mud Skipper to replicate it. I know what it is, but not well enough to replicate it.
I know what it is. You want to know what he did for Pluto's Revenge? He attached a Bonana Katana to it.
Yeah, it's back.
Bonana Katana.
I literally was playing with mine right before the stream.
No,
I don't
my
remember where I
banana.
put it. Where did I put it?
I lost the head of my banana.
The meme returns.
Not on my end, it doesn't, because I forgot where I put my. I was just playing with my stinking katana, and I don't remember where I put it. I'll find it the second the stream ends. I guarantee it.
Jonathan, I might have broken my banana katana.
What did you
never
do?
mind. Never mind, I fixed it. No, the back end broke off and fell apart, but I fixed it.
You broke it.
No, all good. See, banana.
No more banana katana for you, man. Such a funny meme.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I now have the registration pulled up, Robot Combat Events, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. And as we do, there's probably going to be a few names in there that may sound a little familiar to a few of us. Starting with Robot Renegades, that's a familiar name. Wonder where I've heard that before. So this is the Robot Renegades Summer Showdown for 2026, which is happening next Saturday. It is going to be held in the facility owned by the First Robotics team, Spam 180. So thank you to the Spam 180 Robotics team for providing a space for Palm Beach Spots to host this venue, or host this event. What am I talking about?
Yes, Roughhouse. They are back.
The antweight. In case you haven't noticed, there's been a typo that's supposed to be antweight, but no. They've been renamed. Antweight is no longer a thing. So the Spark rules are going to have to be updated now because they're no longer called antweight. They're called ant, or they're no longer called ant. They're an. No, but then you still have plastic ant. I think the next change is going to be we're going to start calling this plastic an.
No, just plan.
Plan. Well, I happen to have a plan for this event. But we're going to look at those in just a moment. We're going to start with the antweight because that's the first on top. Let's see. That's the first on the list. So that's the first one we're going to look at. And already I can see I'm going to zoom
I
in so we can
know
see it.
him.
Hey, look!
Already
that's
we see
me!
a familiar robot.
Here it is, my baby.
That looks a little familiar, don't it?
Yeah, hold on. Let's show you the back where the rest of the stickers are.
Yo,
Oh, hang on. Let's get a close-up on that.
yo.
Look at that. Very nice.
Oh, sorry, pointing the wrong way. University pride right here.
Gotta love it. Pioneer, very terrifying horizontal.
The Renegades Miami champion.
Hey, that's the one I roofed. I just shook it off like it was nothing. Yo, it'd be Maury.
Yeah, John's bringing in a couple of his own
I'm pretty
antweights.
sure this might be the debut of Maury V2. I hope he changed it for the new version that he's been working on for a while. Keep me away from him.
Incoming choo-choo alert.
Woot, woot.
Place your bets. Is it Amtrak or CSX? We're going to move on. Let's see. I hear it.
I heard it too.
Amtrak.
There it is.
Yes.
Yep, there it is. Anyway, so yeah, we've got a lot of really scary looking robots, plus these two.
My boys! As you
The
can see
bottom
from
one.
the photos, they look a little different than the last time you guys may have seen
Yeah.
them.
All right, let's zoom back out so we can see more robots here. Safety always off. The referees and event officials hate that robot for the name.
Ooh.
Where's your safety lock? It's always off.
Yes.
And then we've got a good amount of antweights on the wait list, but maybe we'll have a couple get in, maybe at the last minute or over the next week or so, including Cheesy. And this one sounds familiar too. Disassembler was a robot that competed in the Ocala event. I think actually, was it the first one? Summer Showdown, Renegades June. It was not. They competed in June. Okay, so this would be that robot's third event. I remember seeing them in Ocala at Thoroughbred Beatdown. Same with the little Skeeter. Was Ocala their first event? It was. I thought that I knew it was one of their first. It was the first event for one of them. But yeah, excited to see them again. Assuming they get off the wait list. But yeah, a lot of scary antweights. And every time, Nick, I hear you talking about what you've done with Mojave, it just makes me more glad every time you talk about that robot. It makes me so glad I'm not in this class for this event.
Yes.
Oh, come on!
Oh, man.
And actually, I have a little treat here. I wasn't able to bring the bots with me because I do scooter to school now. But I was able to bring something from the new Mojave. Now, it used to use the traditional, very weird, wide Insomnia blade. And it still hit like a truck, which is really nice. And I saw a blade in the NHRL channel in Discord where someone designed to buy either a blade for either their ant weight or their beetle weight. I liked it, so I made my own rendition of it, which is a more sleeker design, not as wide as back here, a little more sleeker. And now I have a little tooth at the other end for if I just want to turn it around and then just go in for cutting. Or if I want to do the funny thing and try to hammer saw someone. But the front end is still the same. And for this event, I did the funny thing of not only having a thicker blade this time, but also keeping a thin blade. And And now I have
Nice.
multiple configurations for this event, which I'm excited for.
Very cool. Love to hear it.
Hmm.
So, with that said, do we have any predictions? Who do we think could take it all the way in the antweights?
All the way.
All the way. Or top three. Let's go for top three predictions here. First, second, and third.
Roughhouse, the thin blade actually doesn't get stuck in wood because my testing box is all wood and it has not gotten stuck in the event. And yes, fluorine apparently might actually go 0-0 at this event.
You know,
Soldier.
you can't lose if you don't compete.
True.
Downside is you also can't win.
Hmm.
So who do we think could take it to the top three in the antweights? That could be a hard one to call.
Top three. If Cheesy gets in, maybe, unless someone else goes against them and just annihilates them. Safety always off. That one's a coin toss. My team has been talking about that for a while, just about like what could happen if it goes against like certain matches, like because it could either explode the robots or explode itself. Because in its description, it says it's gone like podium places and like top places in big events, but it's a lot more serious here than it is on the other side of the world where they are, which is, I think, Norway or something like that. I have no idea. It's like, it's a university team. They're from across. Yeah, they're on the other side. So that one's a coin toss.
Interesting.
You may notice a bot called Stand Up Comedy in the list. Now, there's no photo of this bot, but I know what this bot looks like.
Oh.
And it is funny. Picture if Huge and Calypso were put into one.
Oh no.
So
That is kind of what my teammate Roma has done, and it is hilarious. I won't go into any more details other than that because I don't really want to do this for Roma. Like, I don't want to do too much information that reveals too much, but that's all I'm going to say. And it's either going to cook or still
get
cook, but not as much.
Let's see here.
Is it a doohickey? I think all of our bots are doohickeys.
That is true. I think
Cloud had a good day at Ocala fights. That is true. However, I am scared for Ari and I'm scared for both Clown and the Biscuit because Mojave went against the Biscuit and shattered its carbon fiber and ripped the entirety of a drive system out when they drove it into the thin blade of weapon of Mojave. And Upgrade from Mojave at the last event where it got third was using a 1800 kV motor, which was not the right motor to use. And I got the one that I'm supposed to use. So now it has a 1200 kV motor, spinning much faster and dishing out bigger hits.
Very nice.
And I'm scared for people like Clown because I feel like their carbon fiber will probably shatter, like just snap. And this is hard for figuring out who might podium because there's some bots that I'm like,
oh yeah,
like on a good day they could, but this I don't think so. Pioneer is a coin toss, but considering some of the other bots in here, not just mine, but I know what the new Mondays looks like, and it is kind of terrifying. So I think Mondays will definitely be on the podium. Train is a coin toss. Train has a new design that I've seen, and that's a coin toss, whether or not it works. If it does, possible podium. At least top 5 finish. That I know.
Yeah.
That I'm confident. Same with Mori. Chronophage is also a coin flip because sometimes it does well, sometimes it does not.
Last time I saw it was at the Tampa event at Gulf Coast MakerCon in April, and it did phenomenal at that event. It was scary.
Train?
No, Chronophage.
Oh yeah, Chronophage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chronophage is a coin toss, but I feel like Chronophage would definitely get up there. Viper King and Mojave. I feel like at least one of them is gonna podium. The other one will be close.
Yeah, I think
because Viper King is hard to kill, and Mojave is Mojave. It's basically just another Insomnia. If you just made Insomnia like, let's take 2023 and upgraded in whatever. Just yeah,
I would definitely agree with your prediction on your robots. One's definitely getting podium, one's at least getting close. As for Clown, since you mentioned Clown, that one actually got first at Infinity Con at the Dropkick Dojo event at Infinity Con. Did fantastic at that event, and then 2 weeks later turned around and had another incredible day at the Ocala event and got second. So I think that robot is dialed in, and if Basil can keep up the good work, she could end up on the podium for her third time in a row.
Yeah,
unless
she does a great job driving it.
Because I'm pretty sure Mondays and Train are both on 4S now. I'm pretty sure.
Because now that's scary.
Because when Zach was doing, like, when he put out like a teaser image of the bot, like not fully assembled, like the weapon system wasn't on it and half the drive system was on there, there is enough space in there for a 4S. And when he put the bot together, run.
Raphael says going with Viper King second because of tradition.
True, and I've done something that was inspired by Mondays, actually, where I've actually made longer fang wedges, as I've grown to start calling them, where they're longer. They're 2-inch long now. That's one that I have specifically for either Mondays or Train, maybe, depending on how well they do. I don't know, and maybe Mori and Chronophage. But for me, I can't pick a top 3, so I'm gonna do a top 8.
And you don't have to name them in order.
No, so if they get off the wait list, Cheesy is definitely in top 8. Second is if it does cook and does well, I think Safety's Always Off is also in there in the top 8. So we have Cheesy and Safety's Always Off. Next are my two boys, Mojave and Viper King, of course, because we know what they've been doing the last few events. Viper King famously somehow 14-2 over, or actually it's more like 16-4 over the last 3 comps it's been at. I don't know what Viper King's on or like what it's doing, but it's something. Up next, I have Mondays and Train. And then rounding out my top 8 is Chronophage and Mori.
Good list.
Yes, all hard hitters. And as you might have known, all the ones I've picked are vertical spinners. Pioneer is just out of my top 8 as like my number 9, just because like I know all the other like verticals hit so hard that I don't know how well Pioneer is going to last, because just I don't know.
I know that the bracket style is going to be the usual 3 rounds of Swiss qualifiers into a single elimination, but I'm thinking because of the number of robots registered, I think, at least for this class, it'll be the top 8 moving to elimination. I have no idea. We're going to find out next weekend.
I don't know. Like this event, what Andy did was to the top 8 back at the last one.
Okay.
And the stakes were
That's
really
probably what
high.
this one's going to be.
Yeah, the stakes were really high. My only wish is that Mojave doesn't get Kodo, because both me and Jason know how that fight might actually go. And we do not want a sand bucket, and we do not want an intensity build.
Yep.
Keep Viper King, Mojave, and Kodo separated from each other, please.
Okay.
First round, you get Viper King and Mojave fighting each other.
Keep that thing away from me.
Sorry, wait, what did you say before Mojave keep you away from him?
Yeah, I would want to fight Viper King, but Mojave, keep that thing away from me.
Battle of the green and black bots. Interesting.
Yep.
I have made actually this event 1 year ago was the reason why I made some slight changes to Viper King because of my fight with Jonathan when he was a Viper kid still before he retired and ran away to gladiators.
That fight actually told the both of us that we each need to pull our weapons more forward. You only went forward 4 millimeters. I went
4
way further than that.
millimeters.
I
14
went
and
way
2
further than
next
that.
2 events. Orlando might be my place. I don't know.
And then after making that change, I also get second in Orlando.
Wolfman Teddy sweep, to be honest. Oh, that poor egg beater.
I have to disagree because I have absolutely no hope in fingertech beaters.
Except for Beetlejuice. Well, maybe.
That one, I have mixed feelings about that one, but at least that one has a good driver.
True.
I think that's really the only thing that keeps giving that robot a win is that one has a good driver. Now, if he had a beater, kind of like the new repeat amp beater, oh, he would be unstoppable. That and wheel guards. But that thing's heavy, so he wouldn't be able to fit that on that frame because that beater's heavy.
Yeah.
Now, to finish off the ant weight predictions here, instead of trying to predict who do we think is going to make the top 8 or 3 or whatever, actually, not just weight class specific, but you both have multiple robots competing at this event.
Yes.
Out of all of your robots that you're competing with, which one do you think will make it the furthest?
If unsupervised decisions gets in, if I get one win, that would make my day. But I think we all know that that's not gonna happen. So Mojave, sorry. So unsupervised decisions is the bottom of the top of those 3. I'm sorry, Roughhouse. I am so sorry, but we both know what would happen.
Oh no!
It's a hard one between Viper King and Mojave because they both do so well. Even just Mojave hits like a truck. And to be honest, Mojave and Viper King are actually funny enough. They're 2 sides of a coin. They're perfect counters for each other.
It's going to be close.
If I had to pick one, I think I actually might have to put Mojave just like 1% more than Viper King.
You're making me want to ask you another question. I'm just going to make this one quick. No thinking, just answering. Now, if Viper King and Mojave have to fight each other, who would win that?
I would have to say Mojave because I'm actually giving you a sneak peek. I've shown, Jason and Jonathan, you've seen this. I posted this in the channel. What happened when I was 40% weapon power with Mojave in the test box in the first 30 seconds. This is Mojave's thick blade going through the bottom of a Beetle chassis that is 6 millimeters of TPU thick with, I think, 50% of infill. Yeah, Viper King might not last against that. I don't think it will. It'll be a good fight, but I'm putting Mojave over Viper King a little bit here. I'm sorry, Viper King, but you can survive a lot.
With having multiple robots in the same weight class, would you forfeit one of them or try to get a driver for the one of them?
Oh no, I would. I would 100% forfeit.
So now on that note, Jason, your robots are in different weight classes, but still same question. Which one do you think is going to go further in this event?
Yeah, for me, I think the one that will go the furthest is Melody because unlike with Kodo, I'm actually confident that Melody will last a full 2 minutes because its electronics are in order, its weapon hits like a brick, and also I don't have to worry about materials, whereas in Amp Pros, it's all a bunch of stuff like AR500, UHMW, carbon fiber, etc., etc. All of them are in PLA, so we're on the same field in terms of that stuff. So I'm pretty confident with Melody. And also, this is only for a test for the vertical spinner version of Kodo before on Ruckus are going to switch to using a hub motor, whereas this one is currently using the Outrunner motors.
Yeah, that's good to know. Now, Wolfman Crab Arms has actually mentioned it, an intrusive thought I've always thought about. Nick, if they have to fight, you have to put them both in on the same transmitter and drive both at the same time.
I don't know if I'm able to do that actually, because the way I have the expensive $160 transmitter, and I don't even know if it's that or if
that's
it's
right,
like
can't
I don't
rest.
know what transmitter is the right one, but I'm only able to. Well, technically, I haven't tested this out yet, but I do know that you can put multiple receivers on the same robot. But
What receiver are you using?
I am using the Archer 6 receiver. Yeah, I don't remember the rest of the name, but I know it's like R6, Archer 6. It's Archer 6 receiver or something like that. I find it on Amazon.
Okay. Never heard of it, but okay.
It's a really good receiver, and
Good to know.
I think I might be able to put both bots on there, but I don't think I ever would, because I don't want
Okay.
I don't want that, like, just I want to save my robots for later. I don't want them to kill each other. It's what I did
I
back
actually-
with Viper King and Narabun, where they had to fight each other. I forfeited Narabun because Narabun was in such a bad shape after that 2-minute fight with that vertical schizo from Bob.
Yeah, I actually have 2 receivers linked to the same transmitter. So anytime you've seen Space Junk and one of the plastic ants from Minibot Robotics fighting at the same event, they're both linked to the same transmitter. I'm using the same transmitter for all of those robots. Obviously not at the same time, but that would be hilarious. What I want to see, though, is 2 copies of Mojave linked to the same transmitter, and you have to fight 2 of...
Oh boy.
Oh, man. My life will be complete if I see you do that. Oh, that would be funny. So anyways, since we have this pulled up, let's get back into it. We're going to look at the plastic ants. Not to be confused with the plastic antweight, coming soon. We have a name that may seem a little familiar. Actually, a couple of names. If my mouse will let me zoom in, that would be nice. A couple of familiar names right here. Never heard of this team before. Wow, my mouse just got big. That was awesome. Do it again. If I move it quick enough, it gets big like that. Anyways, never heard of that team. Melody, I've heard that's a cool robot. Don't know who built it, but...
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, we got a lot of... I'll zoom back out. We got a lot of plastic ants signed up. 16 registered to compete and 7 waitlisted. Let's go through the list here. Cheesy Doom in the plastic ants is not waitlisted.
I already have my top 4.
Do you now?
I do.
I am going to say King Wapple and the Pillar. After seeing them in Ocala, I will be shocked if these 2 robots don't make the podium.
Those are 2 of
Honestly,
my
I
top
feel the
4,
same about
'cause they all-
Cheesy.
Yeah, I also saw King Wapu and the Pibbler, I believe, at the June event in Martin County, and they cooked.
Man,
Yeah.
I do not want to. These are the last robots anybody wants. I will take Cheesy over Knight's Combat Robotics.
Yeah, I remember King Wapu and Hammerhead going at it. I'm pretty sure they were the finals at the June event, and they were going at it.
Dude.
Hammerhead was struggling, and King Wapu was struggling.
They dominated in Ocala. They did fantastic. I know one of them, either King Wapple got second and the Pillar got third, or the other way around. I always forget which way it went, but King Wapple and the Pillar, one got second, one got third for Ocala, and they were dominant. I was almost certain they were going to just win the whole thing, get first and second, but they got second and third.
Them Knights are no joke.
Yeah. They also have multiple. And they got more than what they had in Ocala. They just had King Wapple and the Pillar. Now they've got the Monkey's Paw.
I remember Monkey's Paw. I'm pretty sure it also did pretty good at the June event, if it did go to the June event. Did it?
It says they have actually never fought.
Oh, interesting.
This robot.
Huh.
So it's a new one.
And then they have a plastic ring spinner called Roundabout on the wait list.
Yo, it's Imperium again.
Wait,
Dude,
what?
I loved fighting Empyrean. That looks like a lot of fun to fight too. I think
Empyrean
Roundabout was
was
perfect.
picture this, but with UHMW rings with an AR500 ring, and picture the inside of the bot spinning and the outside of the bot not spinning because John accidentally made the screws a bit too big. It was a funny.
Oh, I remember that.
It's
remember,
retired now, but it was
yeah.
a robot.
Space Junk
Wow.
was fortunate enough to throw it around like a hockey puck for 2 straight minutes before it was retired. That was fun. I had fun with that. You want to hear a funny story about that, actually?
Hmm?
That was actually the first time I met John, and that was at Roboticon in 2024. And at that event, I went talking with him before the fight, and that's when we met each other. We introduced ourselves to each other. He said, "What's your name?" I said, "I'm Jonathan." And he goes, "Oh, I'm John." And he asked me, "How do you spell your name?" I said, "It's Jonathan." And he said, "I can't be friends with you no more. Mine's John. One letter off, and we can't be friends no more."
Dang.
Wow.
So I said, "Oh, okay. We're not friends anymore. I'm gonna throw you around like a hockey puck for 2 minutes."
So
Anyway,
my top 4 for this is Hammerhead, Cheesy Doom, King Wapu, and the Pibbler. And one thing about Cheesy Doom, Seth did go to nationals with both Cheesy Doom and Cheesy Disaster, and Cheesy Doom had its face literally ripped off of the bot, and its head decapitated off. That flipper got snapped off
to
in
who?
like almost every single one of his matches, and I could tell on his face that he was upset about that. So him coming into this,
That sucks.
he's going to come back with a vengeance with this one.
Oh.
Definitely. Seth is going to definitely.
Or should
come
we
back with a
say?
vengeance, Cheesy Doom.
Should we say revenge?
No, I'm sorry. He's gonna cook you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm bringing revenge. No, I wonder. Actually, I wonder how thin those wheel guards are, and if I could break through them and hit his wheels. I'm not going to go for that. I'm actually going to go for chopping the flipper off, because I've seen Cheesy decapitated so many times. So I'm going to go for weapon on weapon hits and just decapitate him.
He went against an actually very hard hitting horizontal in nationals, and he didn't get through the wheel guards of Cheesy. The only bots that got through the wheel guards and ripped the face off were actually very large diameter plastic verts, which is weird. The drums didn't really do anything. It was 2 wide, very big wide verts that did it for Cheesy.
One thing to note is that the weapon on Pluto's Revenge is actually as low as it can possibly get without being totally ground scraping. So maybe if I can get the right hit on his side or on his back and kind of flip him over just enough to get to the underside of Cheesy, then I could shred at those foam wheels.
Do you know how good of a driver Seth is?
Then again, there is that.
He's gonna turn circles around you. Dude, he practices daily. I'm pretty sure.
He's better than me then.
I actually asked him at Nationals, how often does he drive? And I'm pretty sure he said every day or two, every other day. He
You mean you actually practice your driving skills? What? No wonder why he beats everybody. He actually practices driving for his robots.
Rough house. Oh my god. I mean, technically they are plants. Actually, if you combine Troublemaker.
Nick, you were doing the same thing earlier today.
That is true. That is actually true. I did say that for a while.
Let's see. Wolfman Crowburn says you don't want to hit that wedge with the horizontal head on. I probably don't. I really don't know what to do with Cheesy or anybody because I've never driven an undercutter. What would the strategy be? I'm gonna steal your strategy, Nick, if you don't mind. Wee ball. It's okay. He didn't hear that anyway. Let's see.
My strategy.
What is strategy? That'd be a good question. Rubik's looks very similar to King Wapple. So I don't know. Rubik's could do very well. It's not the same team. Doesn't look like. But Rubik's does look very similar to King Wapple. So maybe they can go very far. I'm pretty sure King Wapple and the Pillar are going far. Cheesy, of course. Who else have we got? Not any of the waitlisted ones, but Cthulhu looks really cool. I like that Whitevert robot. I like that a lot. Hammerhead, though. Hammerhead's a really good one.
Oh no.
So, any final thoughts or predictions from either one of you on the Plastic Ants division?
I'll agree with Nick that the top four could be Cheesy, Hammerhead, and the King Wapple and the Pibbler. I mean, the knives we've seen over this past year, that they're no joke, that their plastic ants are really tough. And also, ironic that Nick's top four has the two finalists from last year's plastic ants to probably two of the strongest spots coming off of Florida this year. So it's going to be interesting how that goes. Like, how does last year's best compare to this year's best?
It's pretty crazy. This year and last year have been nuts. Like the evolution of everyone's designs is just nuts.
I would love to see the ultimate bracket buster because I'm not at all biased and just see Pluto's Revenge sweep the entire competition and get first and break everybody's bracket. Even my own. Because I know if it gets faced up against some of these terrifying robots, like anything from King or Knights Combat Robotics, King Wapple, the Pibbler, if Pluto gets faced up with them, it's gonna suck. That's gonna suck for anybody who has to fight them, even if it's their own teammate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I don't think any of us are in the Beatles this time around, but we're gonna take a look at those anyway. Well, I can't be too biased in this decision, in this predicting this weight class. But we have a lot of terrifying beetles here in Florida. Sunday Scaries, Deadline. I hear there's a new Rougarou coming.
Yeah, in fact, they released the design video for it just today.
Yeah, I got a notification on that. I have yet to watch it. I'll probably do that after the stream. Zombot is one to watch out for. I think he could go very far because he did at the previous Robot Renegades event 2 months ago in June, where he got second. And then that's driven by my good friend Kyle, and his wife is driving the robot you see below Zombot.
Yay, BMO!
Let's all give a proud salute to Hyperdrive real quick. For those who might not know, this will be Hyperdrive's send-off event. I prepared a figure for Caden of Hyperdrive. My tribute to him. His retirement is near.
So this is the retirement event for Hyperdrive.
Yes.
I honestly, in that case, would love to see him go very far.
He's been putting this bot together for this one last send-off. If it works, it's gonna be really good. If it doesn't, it is gonna blow up in spectacular fashion, and Kaden might cry.
Ouch.
Well, hopefully Caden can get his proper send-off, getting Hyperdrive one last podium.
Now, let's see. Who do we think will be podiuming?
Speaking of terrifying, Knights Combat Robotics is on the wait list with a 3-pound undercutter. If that thing gets off the wait list, that could go very far.
I remember back in Orlando when they tested and the weapon would not shut off.
That was them?
Yes, and they had to throw a blanket over the spot, and then it got entangled in the spinner to stop it from spinning.
I remember that. I didn't know who it was. It actually doesn't show that they were competing at that event.
It was
Wait.
it was part of the 2025 season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because it was the final of that.
yeah. There it is.
Oh, they were in Orlando? Oh, okay, that makes sense. UCF in Orlando, yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
French Revolution is an old design, roughhouse.
Vive la France.
Yeah, they haven't really changed anything. I don't think they were gonna podium.
Hopefully,
So,
they fix that out of control issue
yeah,
at the least.
yeah. So, at the June event, the guy that came down with Thrungle Maxing also had his Beetle Popper X, I think it was. I don't remember what it was, but it was a really good Beetle, and he swept the comp. He swept both Ant Pro and Beetles,
Shocker.
and I'm pretty sure he knocked out Sunday Scaries to do it.
Oh, that's the shocker.
So Sunday Scaries, complete rebuild from Zach, terrifying, possible podium.
Can't wait to see it. I would say definite podium.
Robot John has locked in. If he has the design that I think he does, he will most likely cook. Let's see. New Horizons. Maybe.
Another choo-choo incoming alert.
Maybe. Deadline could podium if Landon's weapon belts don't kill themselves every fight. Because that was a common issue he had in June. Radioactive thing. Roma says it's just gonna kill itself. I think otherwise. Radioactive thing is always just a throw together wee ball robot. Just send it and see what happens.
It's terrifying, though. It is a scary robot.
Rougarou,
It could go far.
Rougarou. I haven't watched the video, but pretty sure Junkyard did post a new video of having to rebuild Rougarou yet again. I did not watch the video.
Yeah.
It got released like
Neither did I.
3 hours ago.
I
I
did.
have not watched it, but if they can get it up and running, it might cook. Clanker.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. I'm joking. Clanker. It is a hammer saw. It might cook. The bot that I think will probably podium definitely is Astronomy.
Hmm.
This one is a hammer saw.
And
Is it multi-bots or different configs?
I think it's different. It's multiple configs. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I figured. It'd been cool if it was multi-bots, though.
It might be multi. I don't know exactly, but from what I've heard from Roma, they hit hard and they're pretty good. But the one
I would
that
say
is on my lookout list is Rain EX.
ooh,
Sam, he had it up in June, and it is something he's tried out. It's not a belted weapon system. It's not a hub motor weapon system. It is a geared weapon system. Geared
ouch.
on a motor. Now he tried it out in June. It did not work. The gear kept falling off the shaft of the motor. Since then, he's been working nonstop on it, and he has been cooking. And if he gets everything together, it's either going to kill itself or it is going to cook this comp. He's done a almost complete rebuild. I'm excited to see this thing. Because from my understanding, it's supposed to hit really hard.
I would say that the one robot that I can guarantee is going on the podium, I can almost guarantee this.
Oh, no.
Zombot. It was
Nah,
proven in June,
Hyperdrive
and it can be proven again.
Hyperdrive can cook him. I'm sorry.
Nah.
It's a Peter Bar kit, Jonathan.
It is not a Peter Bar kit. It is fully custom. Did you not see it in June?
I don't remember what it looked like.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
You weren't even at the June event, and I don't even know what it looked like. I was too busy watching everybody else get absolutely swept and cooked by the other bot that swept the beetle.
Do you want me to show you?
Yes,
Where did I
please.
even go from?
I don't remember what it looks like.
That's a good thing I keep in close contact with Kyle. Shout out to Kyle if you're watching this. You made an awesome robot. This robot is incredible. He debuted it in June. It was his first time not running the Peter Bar kit under Zombot. And my goodness, he dominated. And he got second on the debut of it. Let me see.
Oh, that's right. What I think Sunday Scares actually might have gone third, but Grease Fire is just a upscaled biscuit. It's
Actually,
it's
if I can
wide
find a
horizon.
Zombot fight, who did Zombot fight? So I want to pull up a fight instead.
Yes.
I'll see if I can find one of his fights. But anyway, we can go back to talking about the other Beatles.
I'm actually kind of scared for Zombot because there's so many good Beatles. This Beatles is stacked.
Wow.
Sunday Scaries, I would also say, is up there.
Oh, it's Who's Earl? That's the bot. Ow, my hand. I'm fine. I just hit the corner of my blade. I'm fine.
My leg.
Oh, that was.
It was
You
Who's
forgot to
Earl?
put your weapon lock on again.
Who's Earl is the bot that swept the comp. Let's see. Who did
I
they
don't
knock
actually
out?
see them on this one, so
Breaker,
no
Deadline.
who's Earl sweep.
Who would be Zombot? Who do you? Oh, that's right. Tommy knocked out Sunday Scaries with Hooper.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm
Ooh.
bleeding. I'm fine. Yeah, Beatles is going to be hard to figure out because I am looking at the wrong event. Beatles are going to be a bit hard to figure out because there's some that cook, some that could cook. We shall see.
Yeah, so that's a stacked Beetle class. That's what we normally have.
Yes.
Let's see. And then, of course, we have Ari's Beetle, Grease Fire. I love that name. Would have been more fitting for a flamethrower, though.
Yeah.
Now, I want to point out something. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. Well, I've got the Beatles pulled up. We've got this team right here, who I know this team. They have a couple of Beatles now. One called Disassembler, which both of these robots, both of their Beatles look pretty much the same. Different color schemes, of course, which helps so you know which one's which. But Disassembler, that sounds like a familiar name.
It is. They totally rebuilt the bot, and I'm sorry to say, but they absolutely got cooked at the June event. I'm sorry.
We're over here in the antweights now. Hang on, Disassembler,
It's a different team.
Yeah, different team.
antweight. That's going to be confusing having two different disassemblers.
Yeah. The design, it's a good design, but it. Let's see, because I'm pretty sure they got cooked in the fights that they lost. Like the weapon system's completely shattered almost.
Probably one of those that it's not a bad design. It's just not the execution that they would want.
Oh yeah, Disassembler. That's right. They had to fight themselves in the first round of the single elimination.
Mm.
And then the winner of that, which was Disassembler, had to go against ODB, and Gilbert absolutely cooked them.
Come to think of it, I don't see Gilbert registered for this event.
Gilbert is not going to this event.
Yeah, he took
Oh,
off all his
Gilbert.
bots.
Hmm.
Yeah, last time I checked,
know he's,
ODB was on the wait list, and his plastic and red drum was registered, but he then pulled it out.
Yeah, I know he's focusing hard on a new 12-pound vert, which is absolutely wild looking, and he's getting that ready for the Dropkick Dojo event happening in October.
Oh. That's
It
cool.
looks phenomenal. I love it. I love the work that he's done with it.
Mm.
But yeah, lots of scary beetles for sure. Scary robots in all the classes. And, you know, last year at the Robot Renegades Summer Showdown event, Gilbert was there with ODB.
Fork in the ceiling.
And if we remember what happened last year, but this year, since he's not going, somebody's got to honor that tradition, right?
It's gonna be you.
I've got a picture of it somewhere that I can probably pull up and show you. But
Let's see who's the most likely.
who's the most likely to do that?
It'd be
For
hilarious.
those
if-
of you who don't know what I'm talking about, just hold on because I'm pulling up a picture.
It'd be funny if it was hyperdrive that happened to.
I'm going full screen so I can show you. That is the fork that used to be on Gilbert's Beetleweight ODB. And as you can see, it is lodged into a part of the arena where it's not supposed to be. That's the roof. The fork broke off of ODB and literally just got stuck in the roof. Talk about a roof shot. Dude, I got so many pictures.
Mojave's actually, I think it's gotten like halfway to the ceiling when it tried to self-right a few times at the June event. It loves flopping around like a fish, but I have yet to see a bot get stuck in the ceiling, but I've seen bots get stuck in the walls and floor a lot.
Yeah.
But particularly only wooden arenas and the floor, but on the walls, yeah, it's happened quite a bit.
Still yet to see an entire robot get roof shot and just stay there. I told Gilbert when his fork got stuck in the roof, I kind of joked with him. I said, "Hey Gilbert, maybe next time you can just leave your whole robot up there with your fork."
Yes.
That would be the most wild unstick anybody's ever seen. You have to unstick a robot from the roof. Hey, I'm really excited to see all the robots. This is going to be.
That Caden is going to use for, I think, hyperdrive don't exist. So he's literally just pulling a wee ball and just messing around with the center to center stuff.
Oh no.
No, Caden, not this late. It might be for hyperdrive. I'm pretty sure it is. No. It's too close to the event.
Hopefully by now all of the teams that are planning on staying in a hotel have their hotels booked. And robots are ready and everything. Because we're coming up on this event pretty quick.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Funny enough, I'm just saying we ball and I'm throwing Mojave in there with a bent drive shaft. So one of my wheels is cattywampus going into this event. I have spare motors that have straight shafts, but the thing that keeps reoccurring is every time I've gone into a tournament, no matter what, the first matchup I have, the drive shaft on one side always gets bent a little bit, and I have to deal with it the rest of the event. So I'm just keeping it as is. Maybe nothing will happen.
You know, there's only one way to find out if something in your robot is actually a problem.
You put it against Jonathan's bots.
No, if you really want to find out, put it against a Knights Combat Robotics robot.
Darren.
Or him. I mean, at that point, you would end up with like 100 more problems. Fighting a Knights Combat robot. Oh, man. They're terrifying. But yeah, they did the Pillar and King Wapple had a very impressive showing in Ocala. I can tell you that much. They were scary.
Mm-hmm.
So, any other topics regarding this event that we should cover? Any final predictions or anything else that we're working on for this event?
Well, I think I have one. I mean, both of you were in the Summer Showdown last year, right?
Correct.
So with that said, how do you think the field of robots this year compares to the ones from last year? Like, do you think the ones this year are as strong, if not stronger, than the ones from last year?
Oh, they're definitely stronger. Definitely, 100%.
Most definitely stronger.
Every year it gets harder and harder. I remember first year for me, 2023. I'm like, okay, this is nice. As soon as I moved to a custom bot, in 2024, I noticed a sharp incline, especially with the introduction of scalar kits and all that stuff. 2024 was really like definitely like hard haters. So far, the first half of 2026, from what I've seen, everyone's game has gone from like right here all the way up to here.
Yeah.
And as a result, the learning curve is a lot bigger.
Yeah, at this point, Viper kits are being replaced with Schizo kits, and Scalar kits are getting more upgraded. I mean, look at Clown. That is no ordinary Scalar kit. It's scary.
Until it fights Mojave. My condolences. I'm sorry. I'm going to crack that carbon fiber in that scalar if it's the last thing I do. I've done it to
That's the last, dude. That's the very thing that you do to all your opponents. That's literally anybody's story, except unless it's Throngle maxing, apparently.
Well, Throngle
literally
maxing
anybody.
Is a weird bot. Have you seen Throngle maxing? The geometry is wild.
But on the topic of like, are this year's robots better than last year's for the Summer Showdown? Last year, one of Space Junk's opponents was Banshee, which is Gilbert's antweight. That he doesn't really do antweights much anymore. But Gilbert was not at all nice to Space Junk for 2 minutes. Banshee had it out for Space Junk, and now looking at the antweight class for this event, for this year, all I can think is, man, if Space Junk were registered in the antweights this year, I would be begging to have Banshee back. Oh.
I'll be fine.
And I definitely agree with Robert. Every year, all the bots are getting better. I would actually add to that by saying they don't get better every year. They get better every event.
Yep, absolutely.
And that is not to be taken lightly. They get a lot better every event. That's why the sport is rapidly evolving. And I love to see it. But yeah, I am absolutely looking forward to this competition. It's next weekend. On one hand, I kind of wish it was sooner because I'm so ready for this. But on the other hand, I'm so not ready for this because I haven't even started packing.
Neither have I.
Guys had to pack.
True.
Robot transmitter. There's a spare wheel around here somewhere. I don't know. Good enough. That's like the third train. I don't think that's Amtrak at this hour. It's too dark. I can't see it. New version of Beetle Rougarou reminds me of a scalar carbon and TPU stand. Interesting. I'm definitely going to go watch that video after the stream.
Yeah, I might as well not spoil it for you. I'll let you see for yourself.
Actually, for those of us, if there's anybody watching this who hasn't seen it, we're all going to watch it for the first time.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. As soon as you said that, I already pulled it up and I'm already looking at it. It is literally looking like a scalar.
Oh, yeah. I forgot scalars are belt driven.
So here's the Team Junkyard Dog YouTube
Yeah,
channel. They've got amazing content.
Calibration. Interesting.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome back.
Let me know how the volume
Junkyard
is.
Dog. As you can see, there's a big pile of parts sitting here on my desk. And what are these parts for? That's right. We are bringing back an OG form of Rougarou. So in this video today, we're going to be turning all of these parts into the new Rougarou for the next event.
Looks like maybe parts everywhere, and eventually you make something out of it.
29th. In
Same thing it did last time we
Without
redesigned
any
it.
further delay, let's go ahead, bring the camera in closer, and get into this build.
PCB Wayne Snapmaker, interesting.
So some of you have probably guessed, Rougarou is going back to more of a, it's still a slight undercutter, but more of a mid-cutter horizontal. I didn't like the extremely low undercutter because I just felt like it was not effective, not enough reach, and I missed the old style Rougarou. What happened was Carter on Father's Day, when they gave me my card for Father's Day, there was a thumb drive attached to it, and Carter had CAD me an entire new Rougarou, and that's the one that we're
Wow,
going to be
that's
building
nice.
today. I'm running 6mm G10 plates for the top and the bottom to support this big weapon. This is currently a 12.7 ounce blade.
Yo, it's a
This blade is
star.
too heavy. I'm thinking about modifying it by removing the front leading
I wonder what they're
edge,
using, like,
more of a
for hub or whatever.
horizontal. And I did order some
TPU,
thinner
no, it's
blades
aluminum,
because
actually,
these
I
are
see it.
just too heavy. We're going to be running a TPU body, as most people
Very
do
nice.
these days. I'm also going to be doing some experiments with some
It's
foam
chlorine!
TPU as well. To bring
A
up our
better
sponsor,
chlorine.
PCB Way was kind
One that
enough
actually
to
can
offer
go
me
full
a
speed
discount
and not
on
make
the
up
TPU machine.
Go for it.
Therefore,
Okay, hang
I
on,
did
hang on. We're gonna go back and look at that. Hang on. I got an idea.
And TPU doing some experiments.
I'm just gonna pause it right there. Hang on. Mom, can we get chlorine? We have a chlorine at home. Chlorine at home.
True. It's the same color too. No rose.
Yep. Could you imagine if this one is just his configuration for fighting chlorine? That would be hilarious.
It's the real one.
Yo,
Wait,
insert
which one's which?
Spider-Man meme right there.
Oh man, that's funny. That does look like the same color too.
Grass green.
I'll skip forward a bit because I want to see. Well, here it looks like he's putting it together.
Probably a day or two before the competition is when I would be
I'm gonna grab the
robot and
nuke
Loctite,
here.
things like roller screws and set screws. Because until
Yeah, it
then, when
looks
you're
like
doing mock-ups,
the top
you're
plate
very
is the
likely to
same
pull
as
start again at
chlorine's,
some
that
point.
it doesn't
And just like that.
hoop around the entire chassis, only the
Now, the
front
belt
and
I'm going to be
sides.
using is a Best Torque. It's a 399-3
Well, at least it's
belt.
not aluminum this time.
Width on the belt is I don't know, 9mm wide, so a nice wide one. And this is where we will start adding our weapon stack. We are using these 10mm by 50mm shoulder bolts to support the main weapon, and I will slide that in from the bottom. A flat washer, a roller bearing, and then another washer for the bottom stack. And then we will take this, we will line it up just like this, kind of work the belt down a little bit. So now what I have to do before I can actually properly install this is I do have to chamfer the edges on this actual weapon blade. And I hate to waste the drill on it. Well, it's not really wasting the drill, but put the wear and tear on the drill bit because this
That
is not
makes
the one
sense.
that I'm going to be using forever. But for all intents and purposes of demonstrating, I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm just going to leave it right there. What I do like to use whenever I'm putting chamfers on AR500 steel is I use a masonry bit. You want to get a carbide tipped masonry bit because it cuts through AR500 pretty much like butter. not a whole lot of resistance there. I don't always use oil on the bit, but people get upset when I don't. So for the video, I will.
I can relate.
Here.
I could say the same thing. I'm gonna skip forward again.
Good knowledge. Yo, take notes. Make sure you're taking notes. You'll be tested on this.
Sure. I want to see the whole thing put together, though.
We'll worry about all that later. So right now,
Where's your rep and lock?
reversed.
I hate to be that
So
guy,
I'm gonna
but
go into here and go to my reverses.
I got one of those flip on Rocketeer's controller.
They are now all correct. I just had to reverse channel 1. Now my
Yeah, keep those centered.
there we go. We are now set up with radio.
So it's
I'm gonna power
Tombstone.
the robot off again because I need to verify.
It's a Beetle
direction.
Tombstone.
So I'm going to connect up this motor wire, and then I'm going to insert a screwdriver into here. Feels kind of stiff still. I think I'm going to have to clear this out some more, but we'll see if it'll spin it or not. I don't know if it will. More clearancing to be done. Actually,
Let me skip forward again.
a bottom plate, a top plate on this. We'll slap some wheels on it, and we can throw it in the test box to see how it's going to spin up. All right.
Ooh, test box footage. Here we go. This is what I really wanted to see here.
It's only on 4S.
And what's the minimum on a Beetle?
Tire.
Usually 4S for battery.
The ESC burned out.
Oh no.
That ESC 's
Oh dear.
down.
I could play that on piano. Oh, we love our musical robots. There you go. There it is.
That was almost half.
Did he kill it? Or did he just turn it off?
Yeah, he killed it.
Oh, kill it.
Oh, no, it's
There you go. There you go. Woo! Nice. I would throw Troublemaker in there with that.
I think he killed it.
Yeah, that 2300 kV is not going to cut it. It is not
Aw.
We're overamping that.
I would throw Troublemaker in that small test box with that Rougarou. You wouldn't break the wedge.
About 10%.
Oh, kill it. Sharp right turn and you'll knock that right off. No, it wasn't sharp enough, but it did the job. So that looks pretty cool. Anyways, I did send the link in the live chat, so for anybody who wants to go watch the full video on the Team Junkyard Dog YouTube channel, that's definitely a good watch. That looks like a really cool robot, and I can't wait to see that. Let's see. Robert says that Rougarou will have 800 kilovolt motor to replace a 2300. Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a very sharp decrease. And for a belt
very.
weapon, no less.
I actually had to make a very similar sharp decrease in weapon power for Pluto's Revenge, but more details on that coming out on August 24th.
And I can understand why.
Yeah. What's your KV for Melody?
It's the default one that came with the plastic poison kit, which is what I upgraded off of, which is 1450 kV.
Exactly, Roughhouse.
Okay, not bad. What about for Kodo? Same thing?
Yeah, actually, it's running an 1800 kV because that's based on the Viper Kit Vert. But if I actually burn through this and the other spare that I have, it will switch to a 2600 kV. If it even gets
you should
there.
use that instead.
Please
'cause
use that.
I did that
Yeah.
too. Yeah, right. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
small verts like that, you usually want to go for the highest kV motor.
So the thing is, at Space Junk's first 2 competitions, it was like 3 years ago, it used 1100 kV because that's what came with the Viper kit for whatever dumb reason. And I could not do crap on 1100 kV, so I bought the most high power motor I could find that Andy made, which was 2600 kilovolts. And you saw what that did to your robot.
Yep.
So
We
that's
were
why
nuts.
I would I would definitely recommend 2600 for the Viper drum.
Yeah, but then again, I do want to burn through the sphere because I don't want that in my first ever fight, I use the 2600 and then it breaks in its first fight because you know how
Right.
fragile these outrunners might be. I mean, for emphasis, how many outrunners did Space Junk, the original, burn through per event?
On the 1100, is that what you mean by original?
Like whatever KV, like how
Okay.
many outrunners did it burn through?
Well, it never burned any on the 1100. On the 2600, it could last a few events.
As long as you don't get the motor hit like directly.
Yeah, about that. It was up until like around the time that we had retired Space Junk, because there towards the end, at the last few competitions that Space Junk fought at, it was getting even worse. But they do last, and I usually at that point was breaking through like 1 or 2 motors at an event, so still not much, but definitely have spares.
Yeah, mine never really got hit as much because I did the funny thing of taking lifter scoops, modifying them to be front wedges, kind of like endgame style wedges on my bot. And yeah, they never really got hit unless it was like Insomnia, of course. I think Insomnia was one of the only bots that knocked out my motor besides Hellfire. Well, Hellfire actually didn't, but yeah, it would just they last until they don't.
That's the story with any robot. They survive until they don't.
Yeah, everything in Viper King is brand new except the drive and except the weapon ESC. The weapon ESC is still the same one that I've been using. It still works great. Drive ESC brand new, power switch brand new, battery connector is brand new. New blade, new motor, new chassis, new wheels, new everything. And new carbon fiber plate, because I apparently also left that at no, I didn't. I did leave that one at home, but I had the old one still. So that was good. I had spares of the old ones.
Nice. So Roughhouse says in the chat, please replace a Viper kit clamp drum on Kodo with anything else. Those things get 0 because actually, I do have an argument on that, Roughhouse. Have you literally seen almost any Space Junk event over the last 2 years?
I think he means with a custom robot, not a Viper kit. Viper kits are fine, but with custom, fun fact, Viper King actually did that with the drum. I lost to a brick.
But it still had that clamp drum, and it delivered some nasty hits. I mean, it got second.
With a Viper kit. It works well with the Viper kit. It doesn't really work well with anything else. Although Kodo's design
we're gonna
isn't
find
too
out.
far from a Viper kit, so I think it should be fine with Kodo.
Yeah, and speaking of switching out the blades, I actually have 2 other blades that I could switch it out with other than the drum because I'm only going to use this setup against horizontals. Against verticals, I have 2 blades. The first one I have here is what I call the AR High Impact. Hold on, let me see if I...
It'd be a TPU hub.
Yeah, it's based on Cheesecake. They use a TPU collet so that it slips. But it's mounted in place, so it doesn't matter. And the other one, which I might use against a certain robot that haunts my dreams, the AR Buzzsaw.
Oh.
Oh no, that it. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry
to crush your dreams, but that may not help you because I mean the reach on Mojave and the power behind that blade. How is your fork game? Because against verts, I actually think I'll be using my forks for most of them.
Yeah, I also have forks I can switch out for the wedge, but I'm not going to show it to you.
All right. Also, even without forks, Mojave's blade loves eating forks.
Yeah, I can see.
Along with Baleen. It actually, I think, has a little trouble with baleen, but it still just rips it apart. It just takes a little longer. And the weapon blade like spins up so fast where Free Noogies, when he hit me in the corner, had no time to hit me with an actual hammer saw hit because I immediately self-right and the blade was immediately up like 20% at least, like within a second.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Roughhouse, has there ever been a somewhat big roof shot with one of those? Actually, do you know how many times Space Chunks have nearly gotten a roof shot against like Kodo, I'm All Eyes?
I got roof shotted by RBR in both matches I had with him. And I just was like, all right, what's next? Continue.
No big deal. Could be worse.
Funny enough, it was in the exact same corner both times. Right next to me, right in the corner where I was, both times.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, is that a mark on the roof? Hang on, I need a closer look.
Oh my goodness. I remember at Nationals when I was testing in the test box with Viper King, I was one of the first people to test in there. Man, I peeled the carbon fiber because they had like a metal and then carbon fiber, Lexan in the middle, like in between. And man, I chipped it and peeled it by just scraping it. I'm like, I am so sorry. And they're like, man, we just had that brand new. We literally just put that together. I had to test the durability.
Sorry about your floor.
Sorry about your test box. I needed to make sure it was safe.
That is true.
But yeah, so the last event was just with the thin blade, with the old version of the thin blade. This event, I'm gonna try because good news for now. Mojave is overweight with a 4S350 and the thick blade by 6 grams.
So your robot being overweight is good news?
For now, because that means for now I can't run the thick blade with the more powerful battery. And it does make weight with the 3S380, which still delivers devastating shots. The bad news is I'll probably be able to shave off at least 5 of those 6 grams, or maybe all 6, just by trimming down the wires inside the bot.
Yeah.
Maybe. But the good news is I will probably have the 3S380 with the thick blade.
And what happened to you always having good luck with always making weight with your robots?
I never said that.
Ugh.
If I didn't say that, that was for Viper King. For Mojave, that's a different issue. That's a different thing.
Yeah. For me, even in days since I had a Viper kit, I've always struggled making weight with my robots. So much so that I had to compromise a lot of stuff with Kodo. Like, for example, originally it used the, lever clamp things to help put the wires together, the power distribution and stuff. Well, those things were overweight. So instead, I switched to the ones from Jupiter Robotics where they had to be completely soldered.
Yeah. We love soldering. I love soldering. I've gotten really good at soldering. Jonathan relies on me to solder.
I hate it.
Yeah, I had to learn soldering quick. I mean, I didn't know soldering when I was in Renegades Orlando, but by the time I went to Renegades Miami, I know how to solder at least a little bit.
So true, Roughhouse. So true. And no, I'm not trying to come out of you. I have pizza right now.
These are the boards I use.
Sometimes.
The rectified robotics boards are really good.
Palm Beach Box no longer sells them because they keep saying it's sold out.
I noticed that. I hope that's not the case because that's what Space Chunky used.
I just solder my things and say we ball. And funny enough, I'm pretty sure I could shave off an entire ounce of weight for Viper King if I just trimmed on the wires, but I just can't be bothered because it's literally still an ounce underweight even with all those wires. And Jonathan, you've seen inside the Viper King the amount of wires in there.
I also use these in the plastic ants. All the plastic ants that I've made use these.
And
because I don't want to solder.
Florian also has those in them.
That's one really good thing Darren did with his robot. I don't blame him on using these.
I don't. I
So
used to
really-
use the ones from FingerTech, but then I started soldering all my wires
Hate
together,
those.
and I just solder them together, and it works well. I learned.
I
from my
cannot
dad-
stand the terminal blocks from FingerTech or the clamps that are similar to these that Palm Beach Bot sells. I can't
I
stand
didn't
either one
know
of those.
Palm Beach Bot sold those.
You know what? Where do I have them? I got some around here somewhere.
I just solder all my
Yeah.
stuff
I
together.
have a
with-
whole pack of these that I got from Harbor Freight. Hold on, let me show you.
Ooh, Harbor Freight.
That's a place I need to go to soon.
Yeah, look at all
Yeah,
this.
that's what Palm Beach sells.
Yep.
Oh,
Same
those.
thing.
Three,
I've
and
seen-
even five.
Yes, I've seen those on Palm Beach actually. I'm just not
Yep.
remembering. I thought
I can't stand those.
Yeah, those I'm using on Melody.
Ooh.
I don't use them on anything. I just solder and then put heat shrink over it and say, "We ball, we're good."
I'm sitting here dropping the goat. These are the greatest.
It is really easy to solder the boards.
Yeah, if you're good at soldering.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
okay at best.
Also, funny thing, I helped solder the power switch for Jonathan's bot, and funny thing is I had trouble connected to the transmitter after I did that.
What? How?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
my transmitter was giving me crap after that.
Yeah, he had another transmitter, which did work.
No, it was the same transmitter. It finally got over its issues and started working again.
Really? Because I remember you having two transmitters.
Yeah, one's for my ants and the other's for my fairies.
But the one that was for fairies did work with the ants. So I
No,
remember you
never
still
used that
said
on ants.
I remember you what?
I never used that on ants.
I know, and then you switched it, and you had to use it to see if it was just the.
No,
other
I never switched
transmitter.
transmitters.
No, I mean like you switched it for just like that one test to make sure if it was just that transmitter acting funny or if it was both.
I never switched anything.
You did something with the other transmitter to double check if it was what happened. Yes, you did. You just don't remember it. But I do. And then you swap back to the other transmitter that you normally.
No, here's what I did actually. So I thought maybe the batteries were dying on my ant controller. So what I did was I swapped the batteries between the two transmitters.
That's what it was.
That's
Oh
what I
my
swapped.
gosh.
And
That's
then
what it was.
Eventually the ant transmitter did work, and then I thought, I wonder if those batteries are dead. And now that I had those batteries in the switch over to the fairy controller, I turned the fairy controller on, it had no problems. So that was weird.
That's what it was. And Roughhouse, I'm good at soldering. It's just I'm not good at soldering Jonathan's bots because I don't think his bots like me.
They don't like me either.
They are easy to solder though. Those
And I'm okay enough as long as the pros at soldering don't take a look at it. Because, oh man, do I get crap for it.
Oh, this the amount of cool shots you had in your bot. I'm joking. You didn't. You had like one cool shot on one of your solders, and that was it.
Oh, jeez.
The rest of your solders.
And I don't use heat shrink.
Yeah, he does not use heat shrink.
In my defense,
I didn't I force you to use heat shrink or wrap it or electrical tape.
in my defense, you did not. You helped me with soldering wires on the drive motors in Pluto when I was in the lab recently.
Yes, I put heat shrink over the wires that were connected to your power switch, but for the rest of the stuff, I just put electrical tape over it.
No, you didn't put anything over it.
Ooh.
You said, it'll be fine.
Oh boy.
Oh, I thought I put electrical tape over it. Maybe I
This
missed.
man's brain
Maybe I
farting
missed that.
tonight. I think we broke him. I think we broke the neck.
Oh,
Two words can sum this conversation. Skill issue.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
that is true.
That is perfect. So true.
Got my soldering kit right here.
Ooh, fancy
Hold on,
schmancy.
can you open that real quick?
Sure.
Wait,
Hold on, let me.
let me see inside of there.
Matches your color scheme for Melody.
Actually, it's red.
Oh
Melody's
my,
pink.
oh my god. I gotta be honest, funny thing, I had that exact kit, except I think the outside was not red and black; it was blue and black.
Yeah, that's because I got this from a website called Eureka Leap, which is where I had to get one of the lab kits for one of my courses at the university I go to.
Oh, interesting. I think I got mine from either Home Depot or actually not Home Depot. I got it off of Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And then I bought another one, which is the one I use to this day. And also, I'm going to probably steal the battery charger from the lab again because my other personal one still doesn't like me.
Same.
And me and Jonathan have the exact same ones that don't like us.
Mm-mm.
The
This
Beast.
B6 Neo charger.
Yeah, that doesn't like me. It liked me for one event, and then the next event, it's like, nah, I don't like you anymore.
Nah, it was fine at first, but it's unreliable.
If you don't use it anymore, what do you use now?
I just steal the one from Purple Power Box Club, and it works great. It fast
I
charges.
stole one from another teammate of mine.
That is true. And meanwhile, while we're struggling, Robert is having a field day with them. Robert has like 4 to 6 of them.
What?
Robert just has a lot, and they work really well for him. And
How many do you have, Robert? Because I remember Robert telling me one time a while back that he said, "Yeah, I got the new B6 Neo charger, and it works really great. I really like it, so I got another one." I think he's got more than
make your
2 now.
bets. How much chargers does Robert have? Let's play a game.
Yes. My answer is yes.
We have a winner.
Yeah. How much money do you guys burn?
Yes.
Yeah, I have no funds. I have nothing left. Well, actually, my grandma. My grandma.
None of us do. We're involved in combat robotics. Who's got funding anymore?
Exactly. I mean, my grandma did just send me some money. I've been using those for groceries.
Yeah, and even
You mean
if
you
that's
still have
my
funding left for
family, I
groceries?
choose not to go overboard.
Of course, I have stuff I have robotics budget and life budget. My life budget's fine. The robotics budget is close to zip. Nothing.
Budget. I don't know that word.
Yes, I budget myself.
Yeah,
I gotta
for me,
budget myself because this is either going to be the last event for Mojave for this year because I don't know because I can't drive Mojave and Viper King at Maker Faire and Robot Ruckus, which makes me sad. And I have not been able to find a second driver for Mojave for Ruckus just yet because Russell's bringing back Insomnia, the OG Insomnia. So that's gonna be fun. Not repeat hub motor. He's doing the Emax TPU hub motor, going back to basics. I'm really hoping he cooks with it.
Insomnia versus Mojave when?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends. But it depends on if there's a driver for Mojave.
oh boy.
I volunteer.
Yeah, for Maker Faire, I'm replacing Mojave and going in Gladiators with a bot called Yoink. And you'll learn more about Yoink in the later on live sessions when we get closer to Maker Faire. And Jonathan knows all about this. I think you know about this, Jason. Maybe. I don't really know.
No, I do not.
Yoink is a bot that I've been wanting to do for so long, but I can't use the actual like its true weapon form since it's going in Gladiator. So it's going as a different bot, and I've already ordered what I need for Ruckus to put this bot together. I just need to put the electrical system together, and Roma actually is going to CNC some new top plates for me, and I'm hoping. I'm hoping it works.
I want to fight it.
I will bring Mojave there for grudges if I still have weapon blades left. Also, for this event, a couple upgrades for Mojave. The forks are no longer TPU. They're UHMW. So it's going to be harder to bend them.
Yippee.
Nice.
The hub motor is no longer the 1800 kV. It's the 1200 kV, so it spins faster. The chassis has been shrunken down from front to back. The wheels are still the skinny wheels. And no, I did not trim the shafts down, so 2 configs, thick blade, thin blade. What else was there?
You got to go with thicker wheels, man.
Oh yeah, and the beautiful let I have beautiful anti-face planting technology. Never before seen.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
Here we have Mojave. And here is the technology to prevent face planting. The almighty bent screw. And yes, this prevents me from face planting 100% of the time. No matter no matter the orientation, no matter if it gets bent, it's still going. Like if it gets bent more or if it gets twisted, it still helps me self-right.
Okay, but does it help if you get bounced around so much? Like when it hits itself on the bottom, it doesn't bounce around that much?
Oh no, it did that all over the test box and it's still fine. It's still literally just stayed the way it is. Also, I am going to probably hot glue and Gorilla Glue that thing down so it can't rotate as much.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Love to hear all the upgrades.
We love the technology of face planting prevention just being a bent screw. Never before seen.
If it works, it works. And it's only stupid if it doesn't work.
I used a longer screw for the first version because the blade was a little different. And it worked until Throngle Maxing hit it.
Accurate.
Just a momentary silence.
But yeah, I love to hear about all those upgrades. And hopefully we see them work out. There's no Throngle maxing getting in your path at this event.
No, and
Possible
Viper
first
King
place?
is literally just the same. Viper King is literally the exact same thing that competed in the March Orlando event, that competed also at the Robot Ruckus last year. Nothing has changed except the electronics and a new chassis. And Viper King is green and black again. I've been
Going
wanting
back to its roots.
I've been wanting to go back to. So this was a configuration that I've been wanting to do for so long, which is green and black. I did a little bit of green and black, never got to the wheel guards. I did get to the forks and top plate, but this is the tried and true what Viper King is supposed to look like, and I'm so excited to see what it does.
Very nice. Now, the name of another event has been mentioned a couple times, so let's go ahead and talk about the news. Robot Ruckus registration is opening this Saturday at noon.
Yeah.
Who's ready
So-
to press the website of RCE again?
Yes!
Oh man, the number of people that will end up on the wait list because of that. Oh,
Oh, boy.
my condolences to them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. For me, since I only had to go into Gladiators, it wasn't a problem. But since I had to do one for the Ant Pros and the plastics, oh boy.
I'm doing Gladiators, then Ant Pro, then Beetle, because Ant Pros won't get filled up immediately, but
You know-
Gladiators and Beetles will definitely will.
I think it's hilarious how Nick, you're always harassing me about you should sign up in the Ant Pro. You should leave Gladiator, come to Pro. Here you are signing up in Gladiator.
No, because I'm testing a brand new design. And
Excuses.
where are your ants? Okay, where's your robot? Which
They're
part
right
of
here
your
with me. Do you want me to show
Gladiator?
them off? Troublemaker sweeping the Gladiators.
Maybe. I literally, like last year, it's funny because Fertilance, when I had it in Gladiators, drove better backwards than forwards, which was kind of troubling. This year, two-wheel drive, and I'm sharpening my forks every single time for
Ugh.
every single match. And I am hoping that the weapon that's on it does damage because it's being swung by something that's meant for beetles. And by the words I've just said, you might start thinking, you might actually understand what yoink actually might be. I literally said a specific set of words that actually will probably like describe what it is.
Secrets. I didn't know you were actually good at keeping secrets.
I am.
Not when you're talking to me here.
Well,
Because I know what yoink is.
What you do, and I believe Jason, you also know what yoink is.
I do not. And also, while you were saying stuff, I was pulling something out of my closet, so probably not still.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be a fun event.
To say the least.
1 year since I made my debut. Who would have thunk it?
Landon just started watching the video of Steve with Junkyard for the new Rougarou. He's like, no, don't use roller bearings for the horizontal, Steve. No.
Don't use the G10. Yeah. Troublemaker's becoming a regular gladiator antweight. So we might get titanium trouble real deal. No.
Aww.
If I made titanium trouble, it's a heavyweight replica in the video game, so why not make it a heavyweight in real life?
Also, funny enough, there might be a chance where my blades actually might be ground scraping at some point if the floor gets too rough. Because I was spinning the blade and I realized, man, this blade is really close. It's like 2 millimeters off the ground.
Not low enough.
Maybe
There's
3.
still a
No,
gap.
I don't know, but it's so close to the ground. What have I done?
They need to be lower. There's still a gap.
So I'm gonna be in fish mode for the entirety of the match. I mean, if it drives well in wood floors in the test box that Jonathan, you know how bad the test box floor is. I think it should be fine.
Yeah, I'm expecting a really good turnout for the competition next weekend, and hopefully it doesn't have too bad of a floor. Is it? I don't remember. Is Andy's arena plywood or steel floor?
No,
I
it's
don't
steel.
remember.
Steel.
It's steel. It's
Okay,
all-
that's
it's
what
all-
I thought.
Yeah,
That's what I thought it was.
The only wood floors I think is the one that Robert has and the ones that they use at the Tampa comps.
Well, that and Andy's 6x6.
Yeah, the one
Arena.
for gladiators and plastics.
Yeah,
Yeah, but normally he runs the steel floor for an event like
Yeah.
this.
yeah. His big arena is steel floor. So yeah, we at least nobody has to worry about a plywood floor because I know a lot of
Well,
builders are picky about that.
unless Andy pulls the pits out, which at the June event he did no pits, which was beautiful.
Like at all.
Violence.
Yep.
pit at all.
There was
Miami.
no pit whatsoever, no pit in sight at Andy's event in June, which was great. I hope he does it again.
He does not allow magnets.
Really? I thought he did.
I do not remember him allowing magnets.
No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because he does
Did
allow
he?
magnets. He just doesn't allow very powerful magnets. He allows like magnets that don't really do anything, so people don't.
Oh,
Really
so he is limited on it though.
yeah, it's a very like specific limit. I don't know what it is, but because of the limit, like no one really uses magnets at all down here.
True.
So there isn't really any need to run magnets.
I actually don't see anything on magnets on the event listing. I'm actually looking at it right now. I don't see anything on magnets.
Zach replying to Landon, that's a thrust bearing actually.
Oh. But yeah, either way, it's going to be a great time, and hope to see all of our robots go very far. I'm looking forward to seeing the changes that Nick, you have made to your robots, and I'm excited to see your new robots, Jason.
Please
Yeah.
don't let me smoke the ESC inside of unsupervised decisions again, like it did when I first tried it on for testing back in October.
Oh, man. Yeah. One more choo-choo train. At this point, it's CXX. Amtrak doesn't run this late.
Also,
But I hear another one coming.
funny thing, Tommy came into the lab and he has like at least 30 or like 20 or so of the old motors that Viper kids use. He just opens his toolbox. He's like, "Behold, I don't know what to do with these." So now we just have
Kids.
a surplus of extra motors and actually servos, like good servos. Apparently, I don't know why. New projects for R&D. Yippee!
Dibs.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, also, we have a freshman who's kind of making his own 1 pound aluminum Peter, and which should be fun. I'm happy for that. That'll be fun. And funny enough, his design actually kind of looks like Danger Zone a little bit, which makes me very excited.
The Roughhouse, I just normally say pits are pitiful.
I would just say screw them pits.
It was interesting at Ruckus last year. Andy did have pits in there for the 3 rounds of qualifiers and then took them out for elimination bracket,
We love
which
that.
I hated I actually hated when he took the pit out. I hated that because, hear me out, this at least applies to the 6x6 that Gladiator and Plastic were running in, because that's what I fought in at Ruckus.
Because you can't knock people out.
But here's why I say I hated when he took the pit out is because, and I know nobody else says that, but the reason why is because when the pit was taken out,
There's so much
there
stuff.
was a gap in the floor where the pit goes
Oh, that's
because
right.
it actually goes in
my
that
God.
in that dip, and so there was a dip in the corner of the floor. And I kept getting caught on that when I would drive near the pit area, the pit corner. When the pit was there, I would just get stopped by like the pit railing and not actually go in the pit. When the pit was taken out, I would get caught on the gap that was now in the floor.
I remember that gap. I forgot that gap was there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that in Gladiators. You didn't think about that one, did you?
That's fine. Oh,
Just don't get in the pit.
Funny enough, I think I have Joink to where it should be running on a 4-cell, so that should be fun.
Oh, fun.
It
That's
was
not scary at all.
It was either Yoink or the new Fertilance, which no one here besides Jonathan knows about the new Fertilance because our designs, we literally started on the designs together, and yours came out your style, mine came out my style, and that'll be fun. The new Fertilance, if it ever gets
Yeah.
made in the next year or so, because
I think we both cook with our designs, I would say.
I have no funds whatsoever, so Fertilance is gonna have to wait. Yoink, on the other hand, I already have everything for, so I just need to take
Nice.
a bunch of electronics from Narabun and put them into Yoink. Maybe, well, I don't know about Narabun, but we have brand new electronics I can use. We'll see if I can revive Narabun because Narabun hasn't really done much. We shall see.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to go ahead and wrap up the stream for tonight. We've had a great conversation about our upcoming event. Any final thoughts from either one of you?
My condolences to those who fight Mojave.
I'll say, I just hope that Kodo and Melody get a win. That's it.
I hope Unsupervised Decisions gets a win because that would make my day for just such a stupid and funny design to get a win.
Hey, if Kodo gets that early, I'm willing to grudge it.
If Unsupervised Decision gets in and its first match is Unsupervised Decisions, that would be hilarious.
Oh, we need to see that. I will definitely drive one of them for
We
you.
need to see this. We need.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask Andy if he can please just let it in because I'll be bringing it and Cheesy on the wait list too. And the max is 16, but there's 17 robots that are in. If Cheesy is able to get in by Seth and his dad bringing Cheesy Disaster, I could make the argument to also do that for Unsupervised Decisions.
He might do that for one or maybe two, but not all the wait list at once. So
No,
I don't know.
some of the waitlisted bots only have it for like one bot, and even if when they had other bots in other categories, those are also waitlisted. So
sure.
Yeah, and
I mean,
one
we'll
thing
see.
that- Yeah,
I mean,
one
the
thing I'd
only
like
two-
to. Sorry, you first.
The only two bots that I know for certain that have bots that are actually in that are not on the wait list, that have bots that are also like on the wait list, are literally just cheesy and unsupervised decisions. It's just those two.
Yeah, well, one thing I'd like to add is that in terms of the wait list, originally when they reached a cap, which were like 16 or 24, it stayed there and then others below went to the wait list. But then they added up spots for all the robots for the PB rover team. So, for example, in the antweights, they were originally on the wait list, but then they were moved up to being registered. The same thing for their beetle weights.
Yeah. Rig. No, I'm driving.
Rigged. I would love to see a Mojave and unsupervised decisions fight. If unsupervised can't get in, or whatever happens, I want to see you do a grudge with them. Those two robots have to fight each
Definitely.
other.
I will definitely do that. Definitely.
I hope you have them linked to separate transmitters.
Oh yeah, unsupervised decisions is on it's on the same transmitter as Junior.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
Junior and unsupervised decisions are on the
I think if
Sky style transmitter, so it's completely separate.
if unsupervised decisions and Junior were on separate transmitters, what you could do is do your boss battle with unsupervised decisions and have somebody throw in Junior. You throw Junior in there and someone else drag. I'll throw a Rocketeer in that. I don't care. Yeah, anybody bringing a fairy weight to this competition, Little Rocketeer would like to have a grudge with you. I've actually made some improvements to Little Rocketeer.
Bring your old N10s.
Yeah, I've actually got an extra set of them.
I need drive motors for Junior because
there you go.
Yippee! Because very scary and Tuesday killed both my other motors.
So I've actually been working on putting Rocketeer back together. Right now, everything's assembled, but as we can see, there's some cosmetic touches that need to be added. Like I usually paint on a lot of stars all over it and add the sponsors to the bottom. But this is a new frame, new armor, and all that. So haven't added all of the cosmetic stuff other than the name painted on the front and the sticker on top. The unmistakable Rocketeer decal on top. Other than that, I haven't really added anything cosmetic yet, which I'll work on that over the next few days. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll procrastinate. We'll see. But yeah, I would love to have a couple of fairy grudges as well. At least when I'm not like busy commentating or repairing, anything like that. But so yeah, anybody bringing a fairy? Rocketeer would love to have a grudge, including you, Nick. I will absolutely grudge Junior. But just know, if you're going to use the N10 motors that I'll give you for Junior, be warned that there may or may not be a little bit of what do you like to call it in English? I don't want to call it sabotage, but
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Come on. I helped you out with your soldering. At least you can help me out with your motors.
All right. Nothing will be wrong with the motors. Maybe. Yeah, I'll definitely give you those N10s. Those are the RPMs on those motors are like 1650 RPM N10 motors. I've actually been looking to get rid of those so I can switch to the 1200 RPMs because 1650 is fast.
Fast boy.
So yeah, Nick, I guess you're going to help me get rid of some fast N10s so I can switch to slower ones. But until I get different RPM motors for the drive, a couple of upgrades have been made to Low Rocketeer. Like I'm using a better servo horn in there, which the old one was actually keeping the flipper from reaching all the way down on the floor. The new servo horn actually fixes that issue. Let's see. What was that?
Kaboom!
Oh, I have to replace the top armor. Oh, I forgot. I thought I did that. A corner broke on the top armor the last event.
Dude, you unscrew the top plate and put the same top plate back on.
It's not even screwed on, dude. There's no screws in it. It's literally being held on because part of it actually goes in the horn on the arms. It's literally the only thing holding it there.
I see.
But I know better. I'll screw one on eventually. I actually forgot I had to replace the top on that.
I hear.
We got one more good question here in the chat. Has a Cheesy versus Insomnia match ever happened?
No, because most of the comps that Cheesy goes to, Insomnia has not been present.
What about a Mojave and Cheesy fight? Are we going to get that next weekend?
What are the prizes for this event? No clue. Probably the same gift card certificate that.
Yeah. I think nowadays it's just trophies that look like this one, and you get emailed a gift card certificate afterwards. Not a Texas Roadhouse gift card. No.
No, Darren has those.
Literally. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight's live stream, unless there's anything else that you guys had in mind. But thank you both for joining, and for everybody watching this live, thank you for tuning in.
People have not seen me wear this shirt since
no.
Maker Faire Robot Ruckus 2023 or 2024.
I think I already know what this one is. Oh, there it is.
Old school.
Look at that.
That is awesome.
Very nice.
Along with the hat. This stuff has been in a drawer for almost 2 years.
Wow.
Finally decided to wear it.
So we're going classic outfits now, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. Funny thing, I'll have my jersey and I'll also have my Unsupervised Decisions shirt right underneath the jersey, just in case it does get in. And I'll also have the hat.
Well, if we're switching to classic outfits, there was once upon a time a different outfit that I used to wear. And it was literally the same thing I wear now, except we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. And since we're going back to classic outfit, look at that. I actually have arms, believe it or not. There, we've gone classic outfit.
Going even more.
I used to actually not wear all that.
The hats.
My classic was without hat. I actually have hair, believe it or not. Surprisingly, I don't have hat hair, but I also recently got a haircut. So
I don't know if you have this hat, but I know you have the shirt.
I need the hat.
In my defense, I was left unsupervised.
I have a shirt that's the same thing as your shirt, different colors. Oh man, but yeah.
You old Viper King.
I'll get rid of that long sleeve for now. Don't need that no more. We're going classic outfit for the rest of the stream, which is going to be the next few minutes.
Rough House wants old Viper King. You can see the old Viper King.
Very nice.
Let me get it real quick.
We'll see it next weekend for sure.
The old Viper King.
He's back. That's what you're fighting in Stuart.
Now that's what Rusty looks like.
And then you got this thing, this chunky boy. The last time
Very
he was
chunky.
green and black. The difference between these two.
Oh man.
Man, I use heat inserts and just regular 632 flathead screws.
Oh no.
Man, those things came off so easily. I was so irritated. But it
I can
worked.
imagine.
Also, the last time I had long forks on my bot,
Ooh.
they didn't work. I got rid of them. Until now.
Nice.
Oh yes, the lost versions of Viper King that meant to fight at Robot Ruckus 2024, but never did because I went to Poly immediately after I finished these. And then I changed them to purple and black, and yeah, I changed everything up that for that tournament. So that's the lost version that didn't fight. And it was actually the last version. It was that and the purple version that were the last two ones that used the FingerTech plug switch. The Viper Kit plug switch, because then I switched the FingerTech power switch.
Mm.
This one.
Yeah, the old one. I don't use those anymore. Those got hit so much.
Oh yeah, I hate. That's my one complaint about them.
Yep.
Location matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the version that actually did compete at the Robot Ruckus 2024.
Very nice.
Yes, so much changes. So many changes. And also, this is the version where I ran my top with a 1 millimeter thick aluminum top plate.
Hmm.
The wires
Wow.
never went through the holes because they were a bit too small. No one, barely, like no one, besides I think Orbital Strike, and I forgot that it was a wide vert that hasn't really fought at all at all. It was like a baby Nautiloid kit. But those were the only two bots that got through my top plate or bent my top plate. Then I switched to carbon fiber. And that brings us to today.
That's what I used in Space Junk was a 1 millimeter carbon fiber. It hardly ever broke. Very nice stuff. And it's light. Light as polycarbonate, but a whole lot better.
I have no idea what that says, Roughhouse, but yes, that is exactly what. Yes, and also the tape. Yes, and definitely the tape.
You cannot live without your tape.
Nope, it's a fact.
I think that'll do it for tonight's live stream. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing the both of you next weekend.
Yippee!
Let's go.
Also, don't be shocked
And,
if I start pulling my parts out of a suitcase because my toolbox is not making the trip with me. Everything's going in a suitcase, just like Nationals. I will not forget my solder wire this time, along with my electrical tape.
So if somebody asks you at the competition, like, man, out of all the stuff that you brought with you to today's event, why do you have pajamas in there with your robot stuff? Don't ask.
Oh, don't worry about that.
But yeah, so yeah, I look forward to the event. Andy always puts on spectacular competitions.
Yes.
I'm sure this will be no exception.
Yeah.
So, and it's a great facility too. I really do enjoy this building, Spam 180 robotics facility. So shout out to that First Robotics team for loaning their venue to Andy and the Palm Beach Spots crew for this event. And of course, as we end, I gotta say thank you to our sponsors, Polymaker, Seneca 1048 Designs, Turnobot, and the list is only growing. But thank you all for sponsoring the team and helping us do everything that we do. So, Jason, Nick, thank you both for joining. To all of you watching, thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. We're out.
Bye, Nara.
Farewell.